This is Mark Smith with Family Tree Counseling Associates in Carmel, Indiana. And we have a really bad snowstorm here. I don't know what it's like where you're at, but we're due to get 8 to 10 inches today. And the temperature is supposed to dip to minus 11, minus 20, something like that. So I'm inside here in what I call the world headquarters, which is my little writing studio in my home. So here we are, the fourth day of January, I guess it's the fifth day of January, 2014. And this is about the time of year that I start thinking about goals for the year. And this video today is going to be called 14 Goals for 2014. I normally get pretty elaborate when it comes to setting goals. I've got goals for work and goals for personal, and they're usually several pages long and pretty elaborate, and I spend a lot of time with it. But I'm going to try to make my goal setting efforts a lot more simple in the new year, this year, simply because last year was a bit of a humbling year for me. So I'm going to have goals, and I'm going to just make them simple. And I actually had a difficult time coming up with the 14th goal. So I encourage you to join me in 2014 in setting 14 goals for yourself. The first of the year, to me, is the best time of year to reevaluate your life. What's going on in your relationships? Are you happy with that? Your finances, your career, your health. I encourage people not to fumble around in mediocrity. If you don't have goals, you're not going to get anywhere, and you have to write them down, and set some deadlines. You know, you can dream all you want, but if you don't set a deadline that you keep, you're probably not going to accomplish much in life. So I encourage you to make some things happen in 2014, but also balance your vision with some humility and some realism and plenty of grace for yourself if things don't go exactly as planned. 2013, I don't know what it was like for you, but it turned into a difficult and humbling year for me. Excuse me. I suffered through a pretty nightmarish health issue. Don't want to get into that. Those of you I've shared with, know what that was about, but sort of an embarrassing, humbling issue. And when my health was out and I couldn't ride my motorcycle, I couldn't sit at my desk and write, I couldn't play basketball, I reverted to one of my favorite addictions from childhood, and that's eating, shoveling food in the pie hole, as they say, and gained 30 pounds. And we had some lower production with our staff due to some family issues and some health issues that were going on. And we had sluggish referral numbers the first 3 quarters. And this all resulted in some financial struggles for me. Plus, as you know, not everybody is created equal in the love life department. And my childhood is so wounded and dysfunctional that my relationship is challenging, at best. And so there was ongoing painful conflict with a significant other. So I began the year in 2014 a bit bruised, a bit humbled. But is there anybody out there that can relate to that? Did anybody else have some really difficult struggles in 2013? Like finding out a spouse was cheating, or having a marriage blow up, or your spouse check out of the marriage, or struggle with an addiction, or financial problems, or health problems. Life's hard. Life is hard. You already know that. Um, so my goal in 2014 is to take what I've learned and the good things from 2013 and bring it to 2014. And I encourage you folks out there watching the video to make 2014 a fabulous year. And I'm going to share 7 healthy guiding principles that will help you as you sit down and think about your goals for 2014. Number 1 is take care of your health. The old saying, if you don't have your health, you don't have anything, I think is really true. And I just encourage you to do whatever you need to do to get your body working in such a way that you can achieve your goals in all the areas that you need to. If you're going to be really successful financially, you're going to need a lot of energy. And you're going to need to spring out of bed and attack your work schedule with enthusiasm and gusto. And you got to be healthy for that. My kids and I sat around and watched a TV special this past week talking about how eating meat and dairy isn't so good for you. And so I'm determined. One of my things is I'm going to eat more fruits and vegetables this year and stay away from those big old thick steaks that old dad is used to consuming. So number 1 is take care of your health concerns. Get into a doctor if you need to. Change how you eat. I'm going to get to exercise in a bit here. The second thing is get a lot of good coaching and therapy in your life. We all have so many blind spots that we all need feedback. We all need good coaching. Can you imagine an athlete that doesn't have a coach? You know, an athlete that wants to be better, that wants to play professionally, they all have coaches. And when they get out of college and in between when they're drafted, they go out and pay coaches because they're desperate to get better. And I don't understand people who don't want to get better. I always want to get better. You know, it's sort of in my family's nature. But I think it's part of recovery is you want to get healthier in your relationship and you want to be more effective in your calling. So I get a lot of good coaching via audible.com. I download various business and self-help material that really pretty much everything I've learned about marketing we've been very successful in reaching people all over the world. I got through my coach in a box, they call it, through audible.com, and just listening as I'm driving down the road. I'm listening and learning. Reading a blog can be a form of coaching. Encourage you to read Relationship Jazz by Mark Smith. And also watching videos is becoming so popular. We currently are having people watch our videos 60,000 minutes a month. And it's just a joy to have all that information going out into the world where people can get good feedback and good therapy and good coaching for free. It's fabulous. Of course, exercise. Stephen Covey says you need to sharpen the saw before you commence to chopping down trees or sawing down trees. And that's such a good metaphor, because if your saw is sharp, you'll buzz through life and be very successful, but you got to take care of you. You got to take care of you. So whatever that means, whether it means joining a gym or doing some yoga at home, watching a video, or in my case, I play basketball 3 times a week, but I'm adding some P90X to my program to sort of revitalize my health in 2014. This fourth one here is really interesting, and I think is really just a key to success, and that is invest in something synergistic that gives back to you more than you give it. An example of that would be investing in the stock market. You invest, and it synergizes with our economy, and of late we've been having record highs in the stock market. Another example of this would be getting involved in a recovery group, where you're in a group. I'm in a group with 7 or 8 men, and I get so much more out of it than I give, and I get so much good feedback, and I learn. I call them my creative team, because a lot of times I get my blog ideas from those guys in my group. And then for me, probably the biggest synergistic playground for me would be the internet, where I write a blog and it reaches thousands and thousands and thousands of people. And of course, YouTube is I just think YouTube is the best thing ever invented, because it allows people from countries from all over the world to access insight and knowledge about anything. You want to learn anything, you just find a YouTube video, next thing you know, you're an expert. So, and I give this much to the universe in my little blog and my little videos, but I'm getting this much back, because I'm getting so many opportunities to work with people across the country using Skype, and it's such a joy, and it works so well. In fact, I'm glad I have the Skype practice that I do, because people don't have to jump in their cars and trudge through 10 inches of snow in below zero weather to get to me. They can just pop open their iPad, hit a button, and poof, it's as clear as this that you're watching right now, and it works fabulously well for both individual and couple work. So invest heavily. Number 5, invest heavily in your passions. To make life fun and joyful, you really need some passions. You need things that make you happy, that fire you up, that refresh you. It's part of sharpening the saw. For me, those things are riding my motorcycle, of course, playing basketball, and watching a really good movie. All of those things just bring me such tremendous joy that it just makes me happy. And a lot of codependents, the sad thing is I ask them what their passions are, and they don't know. They'll say, well, I used to read, or I used to ride bikes, or I used to lift weights, but I don't do it anymore. And I'm like, you got to find your one thing or 2 things or 3 things, and then you can build community around it. I've got probably 30 or 40 buddies that I've met playing basketball through the years that I can invite to a party, or and some of them, have lunch with, and talk, but they're my guys, they're my crew, but it came out of my passion for basketball. Number 6 is encourage you to get healthier in your relationship. And perhaps your individual coach is a therapist, and they're also a marital therapist or a couples therapist like myself, and they can handle both duties. But work on your relationship. Every relationship needs work. I encourage every couple to read the book Getting the Love You Want by Harville Hendrix. I think that's the best book ever written on marital issues and couple issues, and really, for that matter, individual issues. And the book sounds very much like I wrote it, the first part of it, because it's all about you marry your issues. So where have you heard that before? But then there's many exercises in the back that are brilliant and far beyond my expertise. And there's this tool called Imago Dialogue that can keep reactive couples from having ugly fights, and help reactive couples to really communicate and hear each other and be non-reactive. So find a therapist who has done their own work, who's familiar with Harville Hendrix, and who's very direct in their approach. And I don't know how much longer I'm going to be available. As in about a year, I'm going to cut my schedule significantly so I can write. I've got one more year of being here full time, and then I'll be gone a lot. I'll be at the beach, and so if you want to work with me, you better contact me soon, because this might be the last year that I'm really widely available. Because I'm pretty available right now. I could not a lot in the evenings, but I do have some openings that I can squeeze you into. It's pretty tight, but and then the last thing, of course, is to spend time with family and friends. And this isn't a you have to do it kind of a thing. This is it's more when you're connected to your heart and you're connected to your neediness, you have this yearning and hunger to connect with your kids or with your spouse or with your friends. So it's not about, I have to be a better dad. It's not about that. So many counter-dependent men, they want to try. Well, trying only lasts for about 3 weeks. Not about trying, it's about being. Just be grasshopper, I tell the counter-dependents. And it's about feeling your neediness and then sharing in a way that connects people to you and sort of fulfills that hunger. So I'm going to read this last little section. 2014 is lying in front of you to be claimed and conquered. Turn it into your own personal playground of self-actualization, courage, connectedness, hard work, joy, physical health, growth in your recovery process, development of your passions, depth in your relationship, and off the charts success in your calling in life. So that's what I wish for you. Lots of good things in 2014. We're very excited at Family Tree because God has blessed us a tremendous amount in this past several years, and our staff is growing, our referrals are growing, and we're reaching the world, and it's just really an exciting time. And I'm going to be getting more of my staff involved in reaching out and sharing on these videos, because I have an excellent staff that has a lot to offer you. So join our Family Tree Counseling YouTube channel, and please visit our website, familytreecounseling.com. I do have 5 books available for sale. I haven't gotten my shame book done. Shame on me. No, not shame on me. The holidays got crazy, and I just didn't get it done. But I am going to be getting away here in a couple of weeks to finish the book, and we'll get it online, about shame, healing toxic shame through recovery. So thank you for watching today. If you're in the Midwest, stay warm and don't get stuck in the snow. And thank you for watching today, and God bless you.